Guys, we are back. Guys, you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio. Hakeem, Jordan, what's cracking like it? What's cracking like it? What is cracking like it?
You already know, man. We back at it again.
Yes, sir. We here. As we can give you at the fresh take, fresh topics. I'm here with my brothers again, so we about to get it again to get down. So let's go, let's get it.
Yeah, and guys, you got to pardon me for the technical difficulty I'm having over here. I'm in a whole nother region, so being here in a whole nother region, the Wi-Fi ain't working too good, it ain't too hot. But shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board: Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow. It's so very important for you guys to follow us so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those right now watching us on Rumble and also X. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this lovely fresh start Monday. Man. I know you guys was missing us, man. A lot of people was asking what was going on with KL Culture Radio. We took a little break. We had a little situation that was going on, but that situation is still a work in progress. But that being said, moving along to sports. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of sports news, big dog?
Let's get into it. Let's say some NFL. So as you know, the preseason is over, and you know the NFL season will be starting next week. And into that, you know, we finally got some breaking news out of the Washington Commanders. Terry McLaurin, you know, he finally reached agreement to a 3-year deal, which will make him be the sixth highest paid receiver. It's a 3-year, $90 million worth type of deal, which I believe is between 50 to 55 million guaranteed when it comes to this deal and everything. So Terry McLaurin and Washington, they've been fighting for the contract negotiation, and now that he got paid and everything, you know, right before the NFL season started, you know, he's a happy camper, and it gives him, you know, being him to be ready to week one when it comes to, you know, the NFL starts the preseason. So when it comes to Washington, a lot of big things has been expecting for Washington, which they went to NFC Championship game last year, and they're trying to make the leaps to go to the Super Bowl. You know, continue up their run. So I'm gonna go with you, Ronnie. What's your take with Terry McLaurin finally got this deal done, and how far you think, you know, Washington Commanders can go with him getting signed?
That was a smart decision by the Washington Commanders. Shout out to them. I think them gave Terry McLaurin what he was looking for, exactly what they need to bring about the championship. I think now since they have Terry McLaurin, also Deebo Samuel, I see them pretty much going forward this upcoming season. I can't wait to see them play. I forgot who team they will be playing for. I think it's Green Bay. So I think the first team they actually play will be Green Bay. So I just can't wait until that matchup actually occurs. But shout out to them. That was a great move on the Washington Commanders side. Good job, Washington Commanders. Let's get it going. Go ahead, Akeem.
The only thing I'm hoping is that he delivers. You got the money. You held out. We want to know what the performance is going to be. We've had a lot of busts get paid the money, the amount, and they don't deliver. We'll just see what the season looks like and see if he's worth the money that they spent.
Yeah, me with Washington, I'm iffy on him because I mean I'm glad that, you know, Terry McLaurin got his deal. You know, he's definitely going to perform. He had a great season last year. He's going to have a good season this year. But when it comes to the Washington Commanders, I'm a little skeptical because they just traded their running back Brian Robinson Jr. to Ronnie's team to the 49ers and everything. So I don't know their running back situation. I don't know how that's going to be. It's just iffy. You know, of course, Jaden Daniels, you know, he's going to perform and everything. You know, I don't think he's going to have a rookie slump, but right now, I'm a little iffy with Washington right now. So we'll see. And remember, guys, next week, I think Monday or Wednesdays, you know, we'll be picking up the teams or who's going to the playoffs or going to the Super Bowl like we did last year. So, you know, it gives us guys to really think about, you know, which team's going to go, you know, like I said, to the playoffs and also to the Super Bowl. But yeah, Washington, I'm still kind of iffy in the web. But like I said, once we do the picks or who's going to the playoffs, Super Bowl, definitely have a sense of what's going to go on. But yeah, but shout out to Terry McLaurin. He deserved the deal. You know, he had a great last season. So just pick it up again and be a top 5 receiver again for your team. So we'll see. Yo, me, Ronnie.
Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to everybody watching us all across the board, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow. So very important for you guys to follow us so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those right now watching us on Rumble and also Egg. Watching us on next time we go live, we will be pretty much streaming to our go live audience. Moving along to money. Money makes the world go round. Money makes our pockets fat. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of financial news, big dog?
Let's get into it. Oh, shout out to one of our comments. 2AM Fatal. She said, "Who is the fastest NFL player in the NFL?" Me, it's Tyreek Hill. It's just Tyreek Hill. That's what I think it is. It's definitely Tyreek Hill. But like I said, we'll see. But yeah, going on to financial news. Let's talk about
the fastest. You already know. Jamar Chase, Jefferson.
Yeah. So go to financial news. Let's talk about AI and how, you know, in the next few years, how it's definitely going to impact the workforce. We do have a clip from CBS Money Television, and it really breaks down how in the next few years how AI will definitely be dominated in certain aspects of the workforce and how it's going to affect people's jobs in the future. So go ahead, Keem, play the clip. Play the first 3 minutes of it, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Report last week said that 95% of companies' AI pilot programs have not rapidly boosted revenues. But Morgan Stanley is playing the long game here. Writing the S&P 500 alone could see as much as $16 trillion in market value gains as AI adoption continues over the next few years. So which sectors will see the biggest gains of that $16 trillion? Joining me now is Stephen Bird, Global Head of Thematic Research and Sustainability Research over at Morgan Stanley. Stephen, this is a fascinating discussion because it is very much about figuring out which industries are going to be the most impacted. Which will they be?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Tom. Really appreciate it. Quite a few sectors. What's interesting is you might think that higher tech sectors would be the biggest winners, but when you look at relative to the amount of income that companies produce, it was interesting that it was a lot of lower tech sectors that were the biggest relative winners. Areas like consumer services, capital goods, number of manufacturing-related industries, some healthcare-related industries that had the biggest benefits. Some of those benefits, when we look at full adoption, are greater than 50% of these companies' pre-tax income. So it is very big, though. To be fair, you mentioned the long game. This is the long game. This is not next quarter. This will take multiple years to really fully see developed.
The long game in the U.S. economy has also been this kind of evolution, if you will, between manufacturing, industrial type applications and service-related industries. So as you can best project, Stephen, how this AI trade plays out, what exactly does it do to the balance or tilt of the U.S. economy with regard to services versus goods and production?
It's a great question. I think that what we're seeing from our analysis is that embodied AI, that is, robotics broadly, that will be enhanced with AI, can have a huge impact on the United States competitiveness of manufacturing. So, for example, when we look at the fully loaded cost of a robot in the United States in a factory, that could be in the range of $5 an hour. Much, much, much lower than the average U.S. factory worker. Now, there's an obvious concern about the employment impacts. And what our work suggests is that the degree of employment displacement in areas where robots can have a role is greater than versus, say, agentic AI, that is software, where we see more cases where that will augment humans rather than automate what humans do. So we found that at about a 20% penetration level of robots in U.S. factories, the landed cost of products produced in the United States will be the same as a product manufactured in China and brought to the U.S. So that is absolutely huge, and that can change the mix of our economy in the United States.
Where will we see the biggest impacts first? Is it going to be in autonomy and robotics, or to simply put it, will it be in that kind of agentic AI?
Yeah, so there you have it a little bit when it comes to AI really, hitting automotives and everything, and it's just to tell people to watch out the next 5 to 10 years, or even a few years of that AI is just coming step by step by step, month by month, and year by year. So it's definitely coming. So go ahead, everybody, man. What's your take about AI? Really taking a hold on certain workplace forces the next couple of years.
Yes, like Hakeem always stated, the robots are coming, the robots are coming, the robots are coming, and now the robots are here. They're taking over our factories, they're taking over even our car centers. Like today, when I was trying to get like a rental for my car to use it while I'm traveling, I was talking to AI. I was literally talking to a robot, and I really thought I was talking to a human being. So it's just showing that how the manufacturer companies and all these other corporations are implementing a lot of these AI. Now, AIs are a good implement tool to use while we're here, because all the end of it is an easy way for us to live. That's what people have to realize. AI is an easy way for us to live. However, I think it's going to be a lot of detriment when it comes to like certain job and career opportunity. That's my only thing. That's my only issue when it comes to AI. But to me, if of course it's not financial advice, always speak with a financial advisor. To me, I think this is a great time to invest in a lot in AI tech, like Microsoft or Nvidia, anything that's trying to innovate any form of AI. And keeping in mind, President Trump is also making it sure that the United States are on board when it comes to AI invention here in the United States. Go ahead, Hakeem.
We talked about this. When they say AI was coming, it was coming. Within a short span of life, it has changed our lives. And it's only getting worse. It's only getting smarter. From an investment standpoint, just like what they say, Goldman Sachs is playing the long game. AI is $1 trillion business. It's going to be in every facet of life. If you don't know it, get with it now. Positions you see are now going to start to disappear in healthcare, and this. Things that you think that would not be able to replace is going to be replaced. AI is going to do everything. So it's best to invest, educate yourself on AI so we can play the long game.
Absolutely, and also this tells us, fellas, that hey, man, we're getting old. We're getting old. As me as a millennial, and seeing how AI is, it's like not even, at first it was slowly cutting. Now it's like it's coming like month by month. It's hitting and everything, and before you know it, next year and everything, shoot, there might be some fast food places like a McDonald's or Burger King in certain areas where they'll use AI when it comes to taking your orders. They use a formation of AI and everything. So it's definitely important for people that's in millennials and also older generations to really to see what's going on and really get up into tail. When it comes to younger generations, Generation Z's and Generation Alphas, which that's my daughter and everything. Once they start, growing up and getting to things and everything, they'll definitely adjust very, very well. I think for us as millennials, it's going to be hard for us to adjust when it comes to AI stepping forward, year by year by year and everything. But it's just important to see what's going on in the workforce and just looking around and everything, because AI is already taking over and it's just going to keep amping up year by year by year. So people, please stay up what's going on when it comes to workforces. Also, when it comes to investments, you guys just said is very, very important. When it comes to AI, everybody needs to know what's going on, because AI is definitely going to take over.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And, unfortunately, my cam got to be off right now because my connection is lagging very, very heavily, so I can't see my face. So, unfortunately, guys, I can't see my beautiful face today. However, the show still must go on. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. Shout out to Wyatt Harris, also in the building, also 2 a.m., who also is a new subscriber, also in the building. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to those right now watching us on TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, you name it, all across the board, X. We thank you guys so much for being here. We really do greatly appreciate it. Moving on to... Go ahead.
Yeah, a question, Ronnie. She's going back. She said, "Who's your favorite NFL player?"
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't have one.
Hey, 2 a.m. Are you talking about of all time or today?
I think it's currently. I think he's trying to say currently right now.
I don't have one at the moment. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's too many great
To
players
be
right now.
to be real, Jalen Hurts and Saquon.
Mine's Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson.
Hey.
Offensively and
Because mine keep changing. I ain't gonna lie, mine keep changing because I don't know. That's hard for me to pick. Because I look at the stats and I look at everything. So that one is really, really hard. But if you ask me who's more explosive, she said of all time.
All time.
Oh,
Oh my God! Listen, easy for me. Randy Moss. Moss, West Virginia in the building.
Mine's prime time. Prime time Deion Sanders. That's mine. Prime time.
That's another one. That's
the freak.
To me, that's another hard one. I don't even know. Because mine might be Jerry Rice. I like Jerry Rice, especially, and also Deion Sanders. Like, it's too hard when you say all time. So, but we'll keep you guys posted. Moving along to hip hop. Hip hop. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of hip hop news, big dog?
Let's get into it. So DJ Academics, he got in a conversation with Megan Thee Stallion's lawyers, and the lawyers questioned DJ Academics about his previous comments with regard to the Tory Lanez showing. He doubled down of what his stands, and he still thinks that she is lying when it comes to who shot her in the foot and everything. So we do have a clip, so go ahead, Clean. We have a clip of Academics and the lawyers are talking about the situation. And after that, we'll chop it up.
I've ever been and asked them.
Right, you say it basically anywhere and anywhere you've ever been and as loudly and publicly as you can, correct?
Yeah, if I'm speaking my personal opinion, yeah, of course.
Okay, and just so that I'm clear, you were not present on June 12th, 2020 when Miss Pete was shot, right?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't at the party, correct?
No.
You weren't in the car, right? You weren't on the street, correct?
No.
You weren't a witness at all whatsoever, right?
I was not.
So you couldn't actually say that you knew that Tory did not shoot Miss Pete because you weren't present, right?
Yeah, I'm not unequivocally saying that it didn't happen. What I'm saying is,
I'm sorry. Hold on. Start again because there was something I didn't hear clearly. Go ahead.
I wouldn't say, 100%. This is the fact. I'm telling you my personal opinion and my belief. That chick is a liar, and I don't believe liars. So, her story. Again, I accept the verdict. I accept all of this stuff. I don't accept a liar. I think she's a liar. She was a liar then. She's a liar now. She's going to be a liar tomorrow. And yeah, that's it.
Do you believe she perjured herself on the stand at the criminal trial? Is that
I wouldn't know. That would be something the prosecutors would have to answer. But that, we've rarely seen.
Just personally hold and keep to yourself, right?
I've said this anyway.
That was it. Is there more of it? Or no,
that was it. It was only 2 minutes. That was it. But there go DJ Academics has, he stands on his truth, about Megan being a liar before, during, and after the trial. So he stands 10 toes down what he believes about Megan Thee Stallion. So go ahead, Ronnie. What's your takeover about DJ Academics standing 10 toes down about Megan Thee Stallion being a liar?
The thing with DJ Academic, he is entitled to his own opinion, and the only reason why Megan Thee Stallion's lawyers are questioning him is because he's going very adamant and proving that Tory Lanez is innocent. Now, DJ Academic, he's going based on evidence and based on everything that was going in the trial. I think he also live streamed the whole trial while it was in progress. He just don't like Megan Thee Stallion. We get it. And, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But, however, sometimes your opinion could be very detrimental to you and also your credibility. And I think DJ Academic is obsessed with the aspect of Megan Thee Stallion is walking around free and Tory Lanez still in prison and might spend the rest of the 10 years in prison, hopefully, if he don't get exonerated. But at the end of the day, Tory Lanez is found guilty. That's a fact. and Megan Thee Stallion is free. That's also a fact. So our opinion at this point
Yeah.
really doesn't matter. So if Tory Lane want to be free, he just got to keep working hard and try to get his freedom. But right now they're trying to keep him there as much as they can, as you can see. Go ahead, I can.
You want to know something, bro? Like this such a touchy subject that we got to be careful how we approach it, because anybody could say, "Hey, you're not for women's rights," or "You're for your abuser." There's just so many conflicting stories, too many to be exact, and then you give immunity off back to people without cross-examining them. Like, I've been arrested before. Like, the way this shit went, this ain't it. Like, it's holes in it. Like, somebody got backdoored. So the thing about that is, they're questioning him because he stands to the truth. And I guess a lot of people, and it's just into the point. Nobody supports her. Everybody thinks she's lying. How does the whole industry think you lying unless they got information? And a lot of people also forget there was another girl in the car, 2 other girls, we can't mention the other girl name, who probably gave some information that, I'm just alluding to it to say that this is it. So them cross-examining him because he's doubling down and standing on business. That's it. That's
Yeah,
all I got to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, when it comes to these academics, Hakeem, you're right. We definitely heard some things around the industry of why a lot of people just like making a selling, and that really comes up and everything. And when it comes to with the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion situation, but really, the city charged Tory Lanez and everything. The story was kind of convicted and everything, and like I said, we didn't get the chance to see Tory Lanez go on trial and to speak for his innocence and everything. And then also, the evidence was really fishy and everything, and people had different stories, but like you said, the person that allegedly started Tory Lanez, she has gotten immunity, and and after that, it was really over for Tory Lanez like that and everything once she come up and everything. So, but going back to DJ Academics and everything, he still believe Tory is still innocent. Even though he did got sentenced to go to prison, he still feel like he see an innocent man going to jail because allegedly Megan Thee Stallion of her line of who shot her and in a foot and everything. So these academics he always been on Megan Thee Stallion. He will never. It's like he has this. He's just really been on Megan Thee Stallion like that, and he believes in his heart that when it comes to Tory Lanez, he's very very innocent. He's seen an innocent man going to jail, and wherever happened that night in Hollywood Hills. In that situation, he believed Megan Thee Stallion was not truthful of what she was saying, and also, the other girl, didn't really say anything about Tory Lanez and everything. So, DJ Academics, he's going to stand to ride. I think he's going to ride to Tory Lanez. Remember, Tory Lanez did have his hearing I think it was last week of try to plead his innocence and everything. And I don't know. He has I don't know when his next court hearing about this situation and everything. So we'll just wait on that. But yeah, DJ Academics, he feels what he feels, and he's gonna stand by it.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this lovely fresh start Monday. Moving along to different variety of topics, guys. It's about that time. That being said, we got a lot of things to cover. So, Jordan, what's going on with Lil Nas X?
Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, it went viral over last week. With Lil Nas X, he was out in LA, in certain area in LA, going out with his underwear and boots. And later on, he was naked and then got arrested and everything, apparently for alleging he was OD. And now he has been charged with 4 felony charges. He pleads not guilty. He just got bailed out today. And, but right now he's fighting 4 felony charges that will happen that that happened last night of him assaulting a police officer. Well, one of the charges of him assaulting a police officer and everything. So we do have a clip of what happened that night of him walking, and also him in jail, is him at the court being tried to get bailed out. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip.
Nah. Hey, don't be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at. Nah, go ahead, babe. Nah. Go ahead, babe. Nah. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down? Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that. Da. Hey, for everybody coming to the party. La. Yes, I am serving you. I am serving you. And you better be at that party tonight. Oh, yes. 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 Yes, get my good side. Every side. Yes. Boom, cat, towel. Pow. Sean Bankhead taught me that one. Bow! Bang! Bow! Woo! Bow! Batty boy, won't you give it to me, baby? Batty boy, won't you give it to me, baby? That's gonna be a beautiful sunrise. Give me that phone so I can throw it. I want to throw it far away so you never see it again. I don't like phones. Don't miss the party tonight. Why are you still here? I'll be late to the party tonight.
So, calling the case of people versus Carroll Hill, case number 25 BWCF 01389. So, appearing with the defendant is Christine O'Connor.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And Mr. Rudy for the people. I would disclose to both sides. I believe I observed, as did thousands of others, what led up to his arrest. I did not observe the arrest. And apparently there was nothing filed on the events that of the defendant's actions prior to the police arrival. I just want both sides to know that. So, do you waive further written statement rights and or plead not guilty?
I do, Your Honor.
So I'll set this case as a 0 of 10 on September 15th, 2025, Department 112 before Judge Samuels. And you requested a 0 of 10. Mr. Hill, you have a right to a speedy preliminary hearing within 10 court days of today, 60 calendar days. You understand and give up that right so your case could be set for preliminary hearing setting on September 15th with the understanding that any preliminary hearing occurred within 10 court days of that day?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll answer it with Judge Brandolino and Department F, as in Frank. Briefly report will be ordered for seconds.
So yeah, he just got released from jail after posting a $75,000 bail just an hour ago, and he's pleading not guilty for the four felony charges that he has gotten from the judge. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on Lil Nas X?
The thing with Lil Nas X, the situation that transpired over there in downtown LA, if convicted, he could spend up to 12 years in prison. 12 years in prison. So things right now ain't looking good for Lil Nas X. Now a lot of people are speculating he's doing this as a publicity stunt to push his record, because last time a situation like this transpired, he was trying to boost up record sales, but this time it ended up going left because now it involved police. So you already know, especially right now, especially under Trump regime, when it comes to these officers, you can't put your hands on them. You can't do any verbal assault, because if you do that, your life is pretty much done under the Trump administration. So they're not looking good for Lil Nas X. So if this is a publicity stunt, he need to let the people know now before it go further. But I think this is a real situation that transpired. I think he's not well. I think he needs to seek the help he needs, because, especially watching that video, it seems like his mind's he's not in the right state of mind right now. Currently, I don't know what he's going through, but he's going through something very, very deeply. Go ahead, Akim.
I don't think this is a publicity. I think he was drugged. I've never seen him act like this. The sad thing about this is the guy who filmed it. He could be my son, my brother, and that's still somebody's child. Filming somebody in that vulnerable moment is not a good thing. So I pray he get the help he does, because he looked like he sobered up. He looked very disappointed. So I'm thinking like, damn, like I just wish whoever he was with, that's what I'm worried about. Like, yo, you really wasn't his friends if y'all let him go out like that.
Yeah, when it comes to this Lil Nas X situation, it's really about, you know, his career. How, you know, with his first song came out, Old Town Road, and that was one of his biggest hits. And then after that, you know, you try to get that hit again, and you know, and you don't get it. You know, it put a lot of pressure on you and everything. And I think with that, you know, being in Hollywood with the fame, and you guys know, fame is a drug. You know, once you get that fame of the heights and you try to get it back, you know, you try to do more than anything, it's not working. And so for me, you know, he definitely, you know, seeing him, and also looking over his Instagram about the post things that he posted, that you can actually see, you know, he's definitely on some type of drugs. And the thing is, you know, Hakeem and Ronnie, you know, it's kind of a generational thing, because his mom is a drug user. I think she does crack and everything. I think she does cocaine, crack, and matter of fact, Atlanta Street Interviews found her in the streets of Atlanta, and you know, they showed her of her son, you know, getting arrested and everything. You know, and y'all see her, yeah, she's all messed up and everything. So when it comes to drugs and everything, it's definitely a generational thing when it comes to Lil Nas X, because his mother has done it. I think I'm not sure about the father, but the mother was definitely on drugs and everything. So to me, it's just, for Lil Nas X, it's a generational curse that he needs to fix and really get the help that he needs and everything. I hope he gets the help, because, you know, like I said, you know, being that young, you know, with the fame, money, and everything, and not, you know, try to get the hit like he used to and everything, it could definitely affect you as you know, as mentally, psychologically, all that type of thing. So I really think he does need the help. You know, I don't think it's really publicity stuff, because he wouldn't go that far just to get arrested and do some stuff, common stuff like that. So yeah, Lil Nas X, you know, if you get a chance, you need to go to rehab and get the help you need. Please do, brother, because we do not want to see you keep spiraling down and everything, because you are really talented. You are very talented, and to see a talented brother to go down like this, it's not a good look. So Lil Nas X, we are all praying for you and hope you get the help that you need.
Yep. And Jordan gave us some good information. I didn't even know his mom was heavily on drugs, so that kind of makes sense. He seen that growing up, so that was it. You never know what somebody's going through unless you really, really deep dive into their family history. But hopefully you do get the help you need. Moving on to other trending news, Jordan, what's going on with Snoop Dogg? And
so Snoop Dogg went viral. He was on a podcast, and he talks about how, you know, when it comes to these modern cartoon movies, I think he was talking about Buzz Lightyear. He talks about how he see a lot of LGBTQ couple and everything. And, you know, he's afraid of taking his grandchildren to come see stuff like this, because, you know, back in our day, we never see stuff like this become the cartoons. But now he's seeing more of this stuff coming out when it comes to LGBTQ community. And, you know, he's definitely uncomfortable seeing that for his, not for his kids, but his grandkids. And he really talks about that. So go ahead, I can't play the clip. And after that, we'll chop it up.
I took my grandson to see, what was the movie with Buzz Lightyear?
Toy Story?
Not that one, but
the new Buzz. The Lightyear. I think it's called Lightyear.
Keke Palmer's in that movie.
Okay.
She plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Kiki's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. I took my grandson to see. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie, like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh shit! I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey man, watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They both women's. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, it fuck me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for. Man.
So yeah, so that's what Snoop thoughts. If you see, you know, some of these movies that are coming out, you know, and some of these movies that's coming out as LGBTQ, you know, when it comes to other countries, you know, they banning it because they have a strong, you know, religion when it comes to this type of things. So go ahead, Ronnie. Do you feel like Snoop Dogg has a point when it comes to some of these cartoons, you know, which he's brought his granddaughter, you know, he's uncomfortable of taking his granddaughter to see these movies?
I don't blame him because, like I was saying, when it comes to aspect of this woke culture, especially with the LGBTQ community, no offense to them, but I don't like how they very infiltrate certain type of agenda to our youth. To me, I get it. It's a part of life now because certain people are living out their currency, trying or are living that lifestyle. So you know, it's pretty much that's the generation we're living in now. A lot of people aren't in same-sex relationships, same-sex marriages. The list goes on and on and on and on. So therefore, we're not blinded to the fact. But to me, the youth shouldn't be exposed to stuff like this. To me, the only thing is, just have a cartoon movie. That's it. And keep everything going. Now, would this hurt the film? Of course, because then now you're gonna have people that is very conservative not gonna go see it. So now look, now your number's gonna drop. So to me, I don't understand when it comes to the movie industry and also to the cartoon industry too as well. Like, to me, certain things should be taken out. That's just my opinion. Go ahead, Akeem.
Man, check this out. I am a conservative. Let's get that straight. Everybody has their own opinion, but I do think that we should pick and choose how we view certain things. You feel me? And granted, I know it's everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? But when you start putting it on the biggest platform that's promoting to kids and parents do not have a choice, then it's an issue. And Disney is going to lose more money than what it is. Disney has already lost money. People do not come to Disney World like that because of the woke ideology and all
Correct.
this other stuff. So when we look at this, we say to ourselves, hey, what are you going to do? But who am I?
When it comes to stuff like this, to me as a black man, as a family man, I have conservative values as well. And to see stuff like this, I think, you know, they need to ask stuff like this when it comes to you know how they have like rated G, PG-13 and everything. They should have some type of rating when it comes to like same sex, you know, type of couples. So, you know, parents can have the option that they could take their kids not to see those type of movies and everything. Because when you see stuff like that, and my daughter says something, hey, well, Daddy, why is this? Why that? You know, me, I'm gonna be stunned. I'm not going. I mean, like, to say something right there, right by the spot, I wouldn't know what to say at the moment and everything. So, for me, like I said, I need to put like a certain rating when it comes to same sex couples of being on these type of movies. So, like I said, it gives us the option and everything. But when it comes to money, that definitely messes up their money because, you know, when it comes to, you know, here in America, you know, it's slightly okay to show these movies, but like I said, we show the other countries and everything. If we show like somewhere in the Middle East or something like that, where they have very strong religious values when it comes to conservatorship and stuff, this type of things, they're gonna ban it, and which you're gonna lose money and everything. So I think when it comes to the money aspects, you know, you losing money. When it comes to you making a global box office hit, you know, and when it comes to other countries, you know, they're not, you know, down with stuff like this, like as us as Americans is, like when it comes to same sex couples and everything, which we're cool up and everything, but in the long term, when it comes to movies, think about making more of the money. If you think about, about adding the stuff in there, you just hurt your pockets, which, Disney is losing money, like I can't say. So to me, like I said, put some type of rating on when it comes to same-sex couples, and it have for parents to have the option to take our kids to see these movies.
Yeah, you make a good point, though, Jordan. On the aspect, they should have some like a rating for something when it comes to the aspect of LGBTQ community. But you got to keep in mind too, we live in a generation that they trying to push an agenda. That's my whole thing. But what can you do? Disney is a multi-trillion-dollar company. They can probably do whatever they want, and I think they feel like even if people don't go see the film, people are still going to support them any aspect of the way when it comes to aspect of sports, entertainment. So Disney going to make money regardless of the fact people are going to continue to go to Disney World, Disney theme park, and Universal Studios, so they're not going to stop. So it is what it is. Moving on to the main topic of today's show, what's going on with Donald Trump and burning the
Donald
flag?
Trump signed an executive order when it comes to our American flag. So if you attempt, not just burn, but if you attempt to burn the American flag, you will serve 1 year in jail. I'm going to repeat this one more time. If you attempt to burn the American flag, you will get 1 year.
If you burn a flag,
go ahead, King Boy, play the clip. Go ahead.
You get 1 year in jail, no early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, you get, and what it does is incite to riot. I hope they used that language, by the way. Did they? Yeah, incite to riot. And you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. You don't get 10 years, you don't get 1 month. You get 1 year in jail, and it goes on your record. And you will see flag burning stopping immediately, just like when I signed the Statute and Monument Act. 10 years in jail if you hurt any of our beautiful monuments. Everybody left town. They were gone. Never had a problem after that. It's pretty amazing. We stopped it. But this is something that's, I don't know, in a certain way, it's equally as important. Some people would say it's more important because the people in this country don't want to see our American flag burned and spit on. If you burn a flag.
So there you go. So when it comes to people in the comments, a lot of people have heavy criticism when it comes to Donald Trump signing this executive order when it comes to burning flags. But yeah, he wrote it down and it's in effect. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on Donald Trump about, if you burn a flag, you spend 1 year in jail?
To me, I don't know why people are making a big deal about the aspect of burning the flags. To me, in other cultures, you cannot do that. You can't do that in China. You can't do that in Russia. You can't do that in Israel. You can't do that nowhere in other parts of the world. So I don't know why they're making a big deal when it comes to the aspect of the United States and burning the flag. You can't even do that in Canada or Mexico. Burning the flag means that is a total disrespect for the country and also the area that you live in. We live in the United States, which is a nation of freedom. Yes, we do have freedom, but there is some form of rules and regulation when it comes to the aspect of this freedom. You cannot really do whatever you want. Yes, you have freedom of speech, but there's also a thin line when it comes to freedom of speech. But burning the flag, the American flag, is a total disrespect for our nation and our country. Because America, remember, we symbolize freedom. We symbolize a lot of people die under the name of the United States, and there's a lot of veterans right now who are suffering, who went to war to give us that type of freedom that we have today. To me, burning the flag is a total line of disrespect. Now, of course, not every nation is perfect. When it comes to the aspect of racism, what we face here in the United States. But at the same time, we still have that freedom to do things that other countries are not allowed to do. And burning the flag, to me, that's totally, totally out of line. I don't understand why people are making a big deal when it comes to the aspect of burning the flag. To me, I don't get it. How can you guys explain more to me about this one? Go ahead.
People, I support this. Maybe if I have a sense of patriotism, regardless, America's gonna have issues regardless, and I know you might want to bring up some things. America's America. America has done right by me, so I do think that burning a flag is just unacceptable. You cannot do it in other countries. You cannot disrespect other countries' laws, religion, traditions, and creeds. You should not do it here. regardless of what the history may be here, it still is America, and we live here. So let's go.
When it comes to this, I don't know why people make it as a big deal. This is not really a big deal, you know. I can't even remember Trump's first term when Trump was in office his first term. You know, even though people was acting very and protesting and everything, and also the George Floyd stuff and everything. I can't remember of America blundering our own flag or anything, something like this. So to me, this is not really a big deal. I don't know why people are getting hyped up about it. You know, people go back, the January 6th about people looting and riding the Capitol building and everything. So to me, this is really nothing. And this stuff is in effect and everything. It just that you burn a flag, if somebody catch you on a camera and everything, you're just going to go to jail, spend 1 year in jail and everything. So to me, like I said, this is not a big deal to me. I don't know why people are going up raw and red and everything. I'm surprised. Some people say I'm gonna do the Florida flag right now. If you're gonna do it right now, post it up and everything. If you do, and you're gonna get locked up and everything. So, like I said, this is not a big deal. He's just showing people, hey, if you respect what you live and respect your country, don't burn a flag. That's all he was saying. And to me, it is what it is. I don't know why people in their right mind will try to burn the American flag for me. I don't know why, but yeah, but stuff like this is something small. People should get riled up about it. If you do something bad, you spend 1 year in jail, you burn a flag. Simple as that. Simple.
But you got to keep it in mind too, Jordan. People like to troll online.
Yeah.
A lot of people like commenting is pretty much
True.
trolls. And but we also got some comments to read. Shout out to Kareem Stevens that's also in the building. Say Disney been putting an agenda in their cartoons since the beginning. It's just more hitting back in the days. It was. Disney always been doing certain type of agenda when it came to aspect of cartoon. It just hit it. And back in those old cartoon days. So if you guys ever actually have time to watch some of those old Disney movies, cartoon movies, there's genders all across that. And I heard about shout out to 2 a.m. She said, who y'all think the best NFL player and team? I don't know. Did we answer that already?
Not the team. The team for me, it's the team. I'm going with my Lions, but I'm just being biased. What about you, Ronnie?
Yeah, I'm gonna be biased too. Y'all already know the 49ers, which it is right now is the great American team. Because you know why? Look it up numbers wise. They got a lot of money going into the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers. Go ahead.
To tell you that I'm not a bandwagon person, Miami Dolphins.
Well, they still 17-0. They the only team that still have that record, so nobody can beat it. So that's a fact. She also asked, I think it is disrespectful to burn the flag. I'm saying I don't know why people are making a big deal about it. So I don't get it. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, X. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Fresh Start Monday and also shout out to those right now watching us on TikTok as well. 2 a.m. say Miami Dolphins is the favorite team of mine. Oh wow, she likes Miami Dolphins. Are you from Miami?
Florida.
A lot of people like Miami.
We on the same page.
Florida baby. Oh well, since we're on the topic of Miami, since we're on the topic of Florida, Jordan, what's going on in Polk County, Florida, with the sheriff?
To it. The Polk County did a big drug bust in the area, and the county sheriff came out in the press conference went out of the drug bust wearing a $50,000 chain, saying, "I got that drip, buddy." Go ahead, Hakeem, play the little clip. It's a little hilarious, so go ahead, play, and after that, we'll chop it up.
I got their drip. I got their body. We got their guns. We got their dope. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Last week we did a press conference as a result of a grand jury indictment for first-degree murder because this team, these guys at the top, sold the drugs that killed a 65-year-old lady. I told you last week that we would be back and talk now about this wire intercept investigation that we all worked on together.
So, like I said, that was the Polk County Sheriff. They, like I said, did a big drug bust, and to him find a little bit more entertaining, he wore the chain, and he said, "I got that drip," and also saying that, hey, you know, we also got the people that shot an older lady as well. So go ahead, go ahead, Ronnie. What's your take on Polk County Sheriff showing this chain and also doing the capturing the big drug bust as well?
He got the drip. He got the drip, and they showing that you cannot allow to do drugs over here in Florida or distribute drugs here in Florida. They are cracking down when it comes to aspect of trafficking drugs and other forms of narcotics. So they're not playing over here in Florida because, you know, Florida was always known for, you know, for the cocaine cowboys and for narcotics because of our ports. But now they're really cracking down on the aspect of drugs. So if you out there doing what you're doing, the sheriff saying, "Hey, now in my city," and he standing strong for it. You know, I see this guy probably running for governor. I don't know why I see him running for governor because he's been on the news lately, especially when it comes to Florida. Go ahead, Akeem.
For a lot of people who don't understand, Polk County is a different ball game.
It is.
Judge, the sheriff judge, Polk County. Like if you get caught doing something in Polk County, we won't see you till next year. So it's like, it's the same thing all over Florida. This is not the place you want to play games with. Yeah. You know where they say mess around and find out? This is Florida. Like a lot of you out-of-towners think you can come here and do crimes. The people here have hard time doing crimes and get caught up.
Yep.
North Florida is even worse. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. To me, I found this definitely entertaining. You know, if once he came out with the necklace and everything, you know, it gives people a little laughter, but also him being serious. That hey, you know, when it comes to doing these drug busts in in the county of Polk County and everything, we don't play around. You know, we'll fight our hardest when it comes to drugs in our county. We're going to do what we need to do, and that's what they did. And, you know, if they got to short off, flaunt it off, or show their $50,000 type of necklace, that's what he's going to do. So it just shows that the sheriff said, hey, we're not playing around. I don't care if you got jewelry, earrings, whatever. Anything you got to do with drugs, we're going to take. If you got anything we're going to flaunt it on the camera as well. That's what the county sheriff did.
Yep. So come around, play over there in Polk, Florida. They're gonna hold it down to you. Moving on to other 20 news. Also, Florida ain't playing, and it seems like Chicago ain't playing either. Jordan, what's going on in Chicago?
So since Trump deployed National Guards in D.C. and it is working well that we seeing crime is going down, he is looking at other cities, major cities, and now that he is eyeing Chicago, it's the next to be deployed with National Guards coming real soon. So go ahead, Akeem, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Guard troops will be armed while patrolling the streets of Washington, D.C. A DoD official telling NBC News they're officially authorized for self-protection. It's a scene Chicago is hoping to avoid. Their mayor, Brandon Johnson, tonight pushing back on President Trump's threat to send the National Guard to more American cities.
We don't need cities across America occupied by our military. They don't have policing powers. They don't have arresting powers.
The president also suggesting on social media this morning, I will send in the troops to Baltimore after targeting New York and Chicago in the Oval Office Friday.
We'll go ahead and we'll straighten out Chicago, just like we did D.C. Chicago is very dangerous.
According to Chicago police statistics, murders, robberies, and shootings are all down more than 30% this year. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker accusing Trump of abusing his power and saying in a statement that there is no emergency that warrants deploying the National Guard. Chicago has been a frequent focus of Trump's criticism, going back to his first term when he set hundreds of federal agents in 2020 to target violent crime.
Help is on its way.
But the latest threats come after the president mobilized D.C.'s National Guard this month and took over the California National Guard in July over the objections of state and local leaders. As Illinois leaders and the ACLU vow a swift legal response.
There's a higher barrier for the president to send National Guard into Chicago, but he's going to have to articulate a reason for doing it.
Shaquille Brewster joins us now from Chicago. And Shaq, the Trump administration may have a harder time getting National Guard boots on the ground where you are in Chicago compared to here in D.C.
Absolutely, Hallie. Leaders here are raising constitutional and states' rights concerns, suggesting that legal pushback would come almost instantly. It's a similar line of messaging that you're hearing from Maryland's Governor Wes Moore, who's calling Trump's use of a National Guard a scare tactic. Hallie?
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories.
Yeah, so Trump ain't playing around. He's going to spread this in other national, other cities and everything. So go ahead, Ronnie. What's your take about Chicago being next?
Good. I'm happy. They should have did this a long time ago, send the National Guard to Chicago. Because right now, don't get me wrong, right now, O Block, you don't hear that much crime when it comes to aspect of O Block. But back in the day, O Block used to be terrible. And I always, in my back of my mind, say, why they never send the National Guard or any form of troop to keep that neighborhood and that community safe? So now he's tackled crime in D.C. Now he's moving away to Chicago, and you already know what's going to be next. New York City. So we told you guys it was coming, and now it's here. So you guys in Chicago, buckle your seatbelt. It's about to get rough over there because Chicago look like they're not getting ready to back down either, especially with that mayor. To me, he don't even know what he's actually doing. I think he need to step down as well. Over there in Chicago, he's bringing more harm than good. That's just my opinion. Go ahead, Akeem.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Thank you, Donald Trump. Donald Trump is going to go down in history for the only one to take action. The most dangerous cities that you can't even come out of a train station or a bus station without being attacked, mugged, and shot. Chicago catch free bodies on innocent bystanders who they thought was a knock. Send the National Guards today, Trump. Not only that, I need Navy SEALs. Matter of fact, send Jason Bourne down there. I need the GDs, Vice Lords, Four Corner Hustlers, Black Disciples locked up. I can't wait to go back to Chicago when they clean the streets up. I'm gonna go get me a glizzy in a deep dish.
Yes, sir. So Trump and the Pentagon, they are working on sending the National Guard to Chicago. So me, I'm just buckling my seatbelts because once I started, he said he's gonna hit National DC. I knew other cities was coming, so it looks like Chicago will be next. Maybe we'll see it in less than a month or so. If it works, if Trump sees to Cisco that sending a National Guard is working in DC, and then he's sending it to Chicago, it's working in Chicago. You know, other cities are definitely next. From some New York City, here in Los Angeles, St. Louis, whatever. So, you know, I could if he like I said, if he sent it to Chicago and he definitely see our crime going down, yeah, other cities, be prepared to see National Guards in your cities, because if he sees it to cities that's working, he'll send all major cities around the world and see and keep the crime down and everything. So me, I'm just buckling my seatbelt. I'm just watching because there's really nothing you can do with people. It's just watch and see the National Guards come to your city and do their job. That's all I got to say about that.
That's it.
That's it. Last time we went to come today on today's show, Jordan, what's going on with DBG and his dating show?
So DBG surprised us this weekend of showing that he has a dating show of You Are My Ball. You know, we have seen, you know, a lot of dating shows like on Netflix, on VH1 and everything. And him coming in, he said he had this idea for 2 months. And I don't know what what sponsor he's working with, but he showed out his show this weekend and of a dating show, Are You My Ball? And if if you look at it, you know, we do have a clip on it. It looks really, really good. The settings, the production, everything looks really, really good. So go ahead, can you play the clip? And after that, we'll chop it up.
To my show, Are You My Ball? Okay, this is my biggest project ever. Been planning this for 2 months. A lot of y'all was already in the auditions. Y'all seen Houston, y'all seen Atlanta, y'all seen LA, y'all seen all these different women fight for my love. A lucky 25 was picked, okay? Those 25 girls have been flew out to come here to compete for my love, okay? With that being said, we're gonna start introducing the girls. It's good on there? It sound good on there? All right, so the first lady that is on the show, Are You My Ball, is Woshin. Come on down. Let her get some music. She get some music. Welcome to my show, Are You My Ball?
So yeah, so DDG, he's really the first streamer to start, doing a dating show. As you can see, when it comes to Pop My Balloon and other Pop My Balloons in other cities, dating shows are doing money. And DDG, he just found an idea, did it himself. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on DDG's new dating show?
I love it. Because that's what they do with reality show now, right now on VH1. So these little kids on DBG, of course, he in his 20s. But to me, this is a smart idea. Right now he's on his ride to fame. So there's the best time to start a dating show and just have fun with it and create content for his Twitch streamers and his kid streamers. So to me, it's a great idea coming from him. I think more people should participate when it comes to aspect of ideas like this. It becomes something that come across your head, especially if you're a streamer and you hot right now. Go ahead and do it. That's why I always give Kai Cenat and also High Slow Speed their credit, because they know like their fame is kind of like very, very limited, but they're using the opportunity right now to do a lot of things before their fame start to dry up. So that's a smart move on DBG part, and I hope other streamers will take part on participating in stuff like ideas like this, especially when it comes to aspect of a dating show. Go ahead, Akeem.
I like this. He's just dipping into more of a creative bag. I would see anybody to try to create that. He's branding his media company more. You see Kai Cenat went into merchandising. So this is only good. I would love to see how the show prevails and see what it brings, Hey, Sherry Bryan, miss you so much too, baby.
Miss you, love. We see you.
Yeah, been a while.
To me, when I see this, fellas, I'm thinking like, when we get big, we need to do a dating show. We need to do a Chaos Coast Radio dating show. Because there's some money in doing dating shows, I'm seeing.
Yeah.
It's some money out there. So people stay tuned. Once we get a little bit bigger, we're gonna do a dating show.
We're gonna
start a dating show. We're gonna start to bring people, get people matched together, because there is definitely money in dating shows. So shout out to DDG for thinking something like this, and hopefully it's a successful show. And he is definitely doing his thing. But stay tuned, y'all. Chaos Coast Radio dating show coming soon.
Yeah, I know, but shout out to 2 a.m. Shay. Thank you so much for being here. We really do greatly appreciate that. New subscriber, thank you so much for swinging by. And don't be afraid to come by and join into the engagement. Of course, the lovely Sherry Bryan is also in the building. Shout out to White House, also in the building. Shout out to everybody right now watching us all across the board. Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, Rumble, X, TikTok, you name it. Thank you so much for being here. And I heard that shout out to the lovely Bobby Bryan, who's also in the building. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this First Time Monday. Guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, I'm going to say special thanks to everybody that always come through, showing us love, support, liking it, hitting that like button, sharing our screen, coming here and do the engagement. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Y'all making Chaos Culture Radio the biggest thing on the planet, so we'll be able to do a dating show like Jordan stated. Guys, don't be afraid, guys. Make sure y'all go to Chaos Culture Radio description, in the description where you can find the Chaos Culture Radio store, where we have the Chaos Culture Radio merch, which is like the t-shirt, the hats, the coffee mug, you name it, sweaters, anything you need will be in the Chaos Culture Radio store. It's in the description and also pinned on top of the chat. Guys, also make sure you also go to Chaos Culture Radio Community Post, where we leave important information like what happened last week. We was not able to go live. This week, it might be a little bit rocky as well because we are working on our schedule, us. People can fail to realize we still do a podcast, we still do live, but we still have other jobs that we do outside of our podcasting. So we'll keep you guys informed. Just make sure your notification is on if we go live tomorrow. Like always, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in to KL Culture Radio. And don't be afraid to come through because throughout the week, we do our video reels and stuff for you guys to have formal engagement so we can keep this thing going. So even though last week we didn't go live, but we made sure to give you guys some form and engagement so you got stuff to talk about. Shout out to all the 2,000 subscribers. We are on our way up. Our goal is to hit 10K subscribers. I know you guys help. We'll reach that goal. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio.